So hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. In this video we are going to see whether you should buy the Samsung Galaxy A23 if you have a budget of around 20 to 25k, or you should go with some another brand such as Moto or Redmi. So in this video we are going to see, is this Galaxy A23 worth it for 20k and whether you should consider buying it. So if you haven't subscribed to my channel, then do subscribe it and like the video if you like it. Let's get right into it. So starting with the build and design, from the back as well as on the sides, it is made from polycarbonate, that is plastic, but the in hand feel is quite good and it feels quite premium, not as premium as the glass phones, but it does feel quite sturdy and premium in hand, no doubt. And the color, this one is the blue one and it actually looks good. So on the top we have secondary microphone, on the right hand side we have volume buttons which are quite clicky, and there is a power button which also combines fingerprint scanner, and on the bottom we have an 3.5 mm headphone jack, primary microphone, USB type C port and a primary speaker. And it does not have any secondary speaker at the top. This is only one speaker, so that is slightly a bummer, as the Moto phones in this price range, some of them do come with dual stereo speakers, but this phone does not come with it. And the left hand side we have a SIM tray as well as micro SD card slot, so that is a good thing. And actually there are many versions of this Samsung Galaxy A23. So the variant of Galaxy A23 which I have is the 8GB RAM version and it is in 5G model. As you can see, 5G at the top. So this costed me around 24,000 rupees here in India. So actually that is not cheap, but there are other cheaper versions of this Galaxy A23 that you can also look at this Amazon website. As you can see, it starts from 22,000, and there is also one 19,000 variant, but do keep in mind that this variant does not come with 5G, so that is one thing that you should note. And it also comes with 6GB RAM, so it will be much cheaper than this 19,000 rupees. But if you are going to buy a smartphone in 2023, I will suggest you to go with 5G only. So if you look at 5G, it starts with 22,000, so that is quite a bit of money for this smartphone. But overall the build and design is quite good. I did personally like it. It would have been better if the sides would have been made up of metal, but that's fine. There is no issue. There are no cracks or anything in this design. Now coming towards the front of the device, this phone has an 6.6-inch TLS LCD screen, so that is not AMOLED, and that is a bummer actually in 20k at 20,000 rupees, as the Moto G83 I guess comes with AMOLED display. That is one of the cost cutting that is done by Samsung. It is an 120Hz display, that is one thing to note, and it is very smooth and responsive as well. As you can see, the apps open very quickly on this phone, there is no doubt, and it also feels very smooth to use. There is no issue there, and it is covered with Corning Gorilla Glass 5. That is also a very good thing. And it is not a hole punch display. As you can see, there is a notch on the top and the bezels are fine. I would say it would have been better if there was an hole punch display on this phone, because it costs around 23k, so that would have been better. But the display quality is good. It is not AMOLED, but acceptable, and it does not come with water or dust resistance, so that is also one point to remember while buying this phone. Now let's talk about the processor and the performance of this phone. So this phone comes with Snapdragon 695 5G processor, and it is not the newest processor, it is pretty old at this point, but it is a tried and tested processor and it works very well on this phone. As you can see, the apps open quite faster and there is no lag whatsoever even while opening and closing the camera. It's a very good thing to see, and you can easily play high-end games like PUBG or Call of Duty on this phone. And this particular model which I have has the 8 GB RAM with RAM plus, which you can expand up to 4 GB. And the RAM management is also done very good on this phone. You can easily open multiple applications in the background and they will remain in the memory. As you can see, there is no lag whatsoever on this device, but in this price range you can get better processors than this. But if you want to go with Samsung only, then this is a very good choice, I would say. It performs very well. The RAM management is also good. Now let's come over to the battery. This phone has a huge 5000 milliampere battery and it lasts very well. As you can see, I have charged this phone in the evening and it is still at 100%. So the battery life is very good. It does support 25 watt of fast charging and the charger does not come in the box, and it also does not have any wireless charging support, and it takes around 1 hour and 45 minutes to fully charge this device from 0 to 100. So that is one thing to keep in mind. Now coming towards the camera, this phone has 4 cameras at the back. As you can see, the primary is 50 megapixel f1.8 and we have an ultra wide 5 megapixel at f2.2, and then there is 2 megapixel depth sensor and 2 megapixel macro camera, and then followed by LED flash. So that is the camera setup on this device, and the primary camera is actually 50 megapixels, so that is very good, and it also shoots very good photos in daylight and average photos at night. And then the ultra wide camera is just average, it is only 5 megapixel, so the resolution is also not that much. There is no telephoto camera and you can zoom optically till 10x, so that is the maximum zoom it can go. And then there are 2 megapixel macro and 2 megapixel depth that are actually not particularly used that much. And the main camera actually does come with OIS, so that is also a very good thing. Now moving towards the front camera. On the front we have 8 megapixel f2.2 camera and it shoots good selfies, I would say. They are average, not particularly flagship level, but they are fine for this particular price range. Now let's talk about the software, and this phone actually comes with One UI full version, that is 5.1, based on Android 13. So that is a very good thing that it is getting latest OS updates as well as security patches. Last week only I installed the June security patch on this device and it actually came with One UI version 5.1. So it is a very good thing that it is getting latest software updates as well as security patches, and I think it will get 3 more major OS updates from now, so it can go up to Android 15 or 16. So that is a very good thing, and it will get 5 years of security patches also. So software wise, if you are thinking to buy any phone around 20k, this is the best option, as no company in this price range actually gives this much software support for their phones. So it is a very good thing. Now let's talk about whether you should really buy this phone or you should skip it. Now let me tell you frankly, if you want a Samsung phone in this price range, then this is a very good phone and you should go with it. But if you're not a Samsung fan, or you can go with other phones of different companies, then I would recommend you to go with Motorola phones, as they are very good. But the major con of Moto phones is that they don't provide much longer OS updates. So if you want longer software support, then go with the Samsung devices only. But the processors as well as software is much better on the Motorola phones, camera also. So that was my opinion regarding this device, and if you have any questions regarding this device, then do let me know in the comment section below. and I will meet you in the next video. Thank you.